Right, okay. So, yeah, so it's 20 past 6 in the evening. Welcome back to Marwell Manor Farm. I'm not yet dead. And we're doing a little bit of stuff. So, I've mowed and baled. I think you've seen some of this before. You know what, it's been so long since I last managed to do a stream. I can't remember where we got to. But yeah, I've mowed and baled all the grass on field 19, and about roughly half of that has now been made into silage bales, which are at the biogas plant. But the first thing I did want to show you, look at my little woodland stroke forest type whatever. So these are still quite baby trees, but they're starting to grow. These ones at the back that I planted first, now proper trees. They've got a long way to go, because I mean, you know, they'll get a lot bigger than this, but they're looking pretty cool. But actually, I should probably thin some of these out. Some of them, I sort of managed to double plant. But yeah, with my little track, it comes here again during the day actually when it brightens up. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Anyway, so first job of the day, we're going to pick up some more bales off the field, but the telehandler that I used to load them into the extractor to wrap them, so there's already one stack there, look, is over at the biogas plant because I'm loading up the current ones at the biogas plant. So we'll just collect them for now, get them all off the field, get them lined up at the extractor ready, and then I wonder, light permitting, I was going to say we'll do a bit of harvesting, but actually I wonder if it's going to be starting to get too dark. Maybe we'll just switch the time to ×5. We'll move through. I have paused. Oh. Actually, no, it's fine. I was going to say I had paused plant growth, but no, I hadn't. That's a different map. So we've got fields, bit of an update. We've got fields 2 and 3 ready to harvest, but they're only on their very first ready to harvest stage, which is why I didn't pause growth, because I need these two to be ready as well. So we want to get all those harvested and cleaned off. I'm going to plough out this field and probably plant it, just because it's something I've been wanting to do. But yeah, so let's, in the meantime, we'll put time on ×5, and we'll spin towards 7 o'clock. Once it starts getting too dark, we'll stop and get a little bit of light on the situation. And yeah, once we get started until 7 o'clock, we'll skip through the night and we'll get up fresh and early and get harvesting. It'll also be a good time to reload up the digester at the biogas plant. So I've just checked it. It's still at a point at which it's got plenty to go. We'll make sure we load it up before we retire for bed. And then, because as soon as that's, you know, what's up there is gone and there's still another, I don't know, there could be another 24 bales thereabouts to go in. But once they're done, we'll bring the telehandler back and we'll start, whoa, growth stage has just come in, and we'll start getting through those and getting them wrapped and turned into silage. So I'm chancing my luck a little bit doing a live stream on this map. Getting the impression people aren't watching it so much, or maybe they're certainly not watching mine anyway. But I've got things that I want to do because we are looking like we're going to move. So if you watch my video, as I broadcast this, it was yesterday that I put it up, or last night. So Peterville Farm is out. So I looked at going to Oakfield. That was a possible place to move to next. And then I took a quick, and I did a video on that, just to have a look around, see how it felt, see whether it might fit for us. I then had a look around Meadowgrove, but decided for this particular series, so where I'm trying to be a bit more realistic, therefore trying to use the maps that look and feel a bit more realistic, I thought Meadowgrove wasn't quite it, but it is a nice map. Just wasn't quite what I was after, so I didn't do a video on that in the end, but then I found out about Peterville, that it was actually coming to console, and I've been waiting for that map ever since I first saw Daggerwind do a first look on it months ago, but I didn't know at the time whether it would come to console or not. So when I found out that it was, I thought, well, I'll chance it, we'll delay moving, which actually fitted quite well because I've had a couple of weeks where I haven't had a chance to play or stream much, so I've got a certain amount of stuff I want to get done before we move. So yeah, so I went to visit Peterville. It's a nice looking farm. Go take a look at the video if you haven't done yet, and negotiations have started. So what I'm now all about is finishing up some jobs that I'd got in train while we negotiate on how much Peterville's going to cost, what fields the farmer's got, everything else, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to nicely get all these up in one go, so that's really good. And in the meantime, this is a little bit about finishing off a few jobs, so getting all this silage done, getting them all sold, getting all the crops in. I want to plough out this field. I've been wanting to do that just to see how it looks. I'm going to do that, and then it will all be about figuring out what equipment we want to take, what animals we want to take, all that kind of stuff. Now this is going to move down here, so I'm going to actually start unloading these a bit further down. And just going to pause a minute while that's concentrate on what it's doing. There we go. So yeah, just be figuring out what we're going to take with us, what we're going to sell. Whoa. Yeah, that wasn't helped by the fact that that was an odd bale at that corner, but it's fine. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So that'll be quite a big move. Hampshire up to Scotland. But yeah, it's a lovely looking farm. It's coastal by the sea. Got everything we need, really. Bigger, slightly bigger map, slightly bigger field. Well, not bigger fields, but there's more fields. There's more space for equipment. There's more space for animals. Yeah, it's a bit of a step up is the wrong way of putting it. That sounds like it's an improvement, but it's an expansion opportunity. And there's loads more fields. So again, it gives that sort of futuristic, future-looking. The best way to describe it, looking forwards opportunities. Is probably what I'm trying to say very badly. So that's that. That's all those bales collected. Might seem a bit daft that I'm thinking about now then we're going to put this. Where's it live? I never remember. Yeah, it might seem a little bit daft that I'm thinking about ploughing out that field, but I wanted to do it, and I want to do it. And anyway, I'll plough it, cultivate it. Maybe I'll slurry it as well. And it's then ready for the next farm. He's got a bit of a bonus. He's got a field. I might even seed it. We'll see. But he's got a field then that's ready to go. I'm not just taking everything away from the farm before I leave, because I'm not going to have a chance to do all of these fields as well, I would suspect. So I'm just going to come a little bit. But as you can see, the sunflowers are doing really well. Field 18. Might even get a Helianthus header for those, so I've got one. So that's going to be quite a big field. We'll sell all the crops we've got left. We'll need to figure out, actually I suppose, if I decide to take the pigs, I might want to think about, you know, whether I want to take some crops with me. Yeah, I don't know. We'll look into it. Right, let's go get the trailer. What I'm going to try and avoid doing is making any major purchases between now and when I move. How's the wall doing? Okay. Simply because, you know, just I need to keep the money. I think it's going to be an expensive move, so I need to keep money available. I might sell some of those bales just so that I'm not taking all of them with me. That would be quite a major undertaking as well. But anyway, let's get this out to fields 2 and 3. We'll start the harvest. Might be that we'll just stop, or it might be that we'll just actually get there and decide it's getting too dark by the time we've got all the equipment out to the field. See how we do. But yeah, it's exciting times. But I've enjoyed playing this map. I'd like to play it longer, but there's too many new maps coming out that I really also want to try. And the reality is, you know, because there are new maps coming out, this one's not as popular as it once was. I want to keep it fresh, you know, do different things. So yeah, I've been looking forward to Peterville. Right, I am going to put this here. Actually, I think would make sense for now. How are we doing here? I think what we'll do is we'll get the Massey up. Get the Massey because no combine, you know what I mean? Where is the... Is it in this shed or is it in one of the other... I think it's one of the other sheds, isn't it? Yeah, it must be. Okay. I think it might be in here. Yep, there it is, right at the end. Got a light switch. Oh, there's a light switch on these. There it is. That's the outside one. Where's the inside one? Can't remember where he put it. Ah, there it is. That's better. Awesome. But yeah, so it was a bit of a tough decision between Oakfield and Peterville. I have to say, I didn't play Oakfield on 17. So when it came out on 19, I thought I'd take the opportunity. But then when I saw Peterville, I thought, well, that's a new map. You know, something a little bit different. And I love Oxygendavid's maps. I really enjoyed playing Marwell. I really, really like the look of Oakfield. I've watched loads of other people play it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I can't play all of the maps, unfortunately. There's just too many coming out. So here we go. Unfold the header, unfold the combine. I do a little bit of this. It's quite a pleasant sunny evening. Sun's just going down. We'll get started. Bit. around the edges a little bit, tidy it up. Actually quite quickly started to darken down. May not finish this field, but I must remember as well to look at the value of the farm, get it valued, so I know what I'm dealing with when I'm talking to the farmer at Peterville about buying him up there, so I know I've got a starting point. I mean, obviously I'm making some money, I've got a little bit in the bank, but you know, I've got to think I'll need some cash when I get there. I think it might be time to change combines, so I may not be taking this one with me. I'll get a new one when I get up there, so I've got to factor that in, because I may as well get something a bit bigger. So, you know, tricky. But yeah, it'd be good to get an idea what the land's worth. And I suppose if I start at the point of whatever the land's worth and whatever I've got in the bank, and then whatever I make out of the silage, these crops, I've got 2 fields of corn, I've got a field of sunflowers, and I think I've got a field of, I think it's canola, oilseed rape I've got in field 15. So you know, I can figure out what's from those. I'll get a little bit from the bales that I'm thinking of selling, just to keep it down to I don't know how many I'll take of each, and you know, we'll see what else. But you know, it means that from the crops that I've got to harvest and sell, that'll add to and give me a bit of working capital for when I get started. It's suddenly gone really dark quite quickly. But it's nice. I've done a lot of work on this field, on this farm. I use sort of 7 o'clock for my cut off, because by then it's starting to get a little bit on the dark side. Of course, you know. So I usually stop about now, but actually a bit of nighttime or evening time harvesting is quite nice. So, you know, people do say this map's, yeah, contrast's a bit high, or it gets a bit too dark, but you know what? It looks stunning. I'm going to miss a little bit here and there, clearly. I don't particularly want to use a worker. I can always tidy up in the morning. Coming up on 8 o'clock, I might go load up the digester and call it an evening. That said, combine's nearly full, so let's get it full. Actually, it's going to be pretty much full by the time I get to the end of this row. Maybe we'll empty the combine, take that back to the farm, put it in the silo. Still missing bits. That'll do. while that unloads, just jump in and switch the lights off. Moon's up, sun's going down. Fold in the pipe. Tempted to leave that there actually, I might just jump straight to the telehandler and come back and pick this up and drive it back to the farm, because obviously we need to go back to the farmhouse for sleeping times. And I know there's not much in the trailer, but I don't particularly want to leave it in the trailer overnight, so it makes sense to take it back and put it in the silo. Actually, out of curiosity, how much corn have I got? And of course some of that will be what's up at the pig farm. Yeah, 16,000 litres, okay. Price of wool's dropping, that's unfortunate. Ooh, but the price of eggs is going up at the Manor egg sell point. Price of milk's going up, that's good, because we've got some. I've already cleaned out the pigs. How are the sheep and the cows doing? Actually, they're not too bad, but I'll clean them out in the morning, first thing. Milk, got 8,000 litres, okay. Right. Telehandler. And it's empty. Oh dear, and I managed to knock them over. Oh, how did I do that? Oh, that's a bit annoying. I'm pretty sure that wasn't like that the last time I was here. That pile has bizarrely just collapsed completely. Which will perhaps make this trickier than it was. But that's okay. It's a mess already, so I'm not going to worry overly about where they go. Whoa, steady. Really wish you had that rear weight mod. Don't mind. Right, so that's 16,000. As you know, we're going up to 50. Clearly a bit slow when you're doing them two at a time. Where are we at now? 27,000. Okay. So I need a 23, but it'll be easily 24 by the time we finish. So that's another 3 loads. It would be if I could get 2 each time, but not in this case. Oof, that was lucky, they lost that one. So that's about 36,000. I do like this Balefork, it's really good. And works perfectly with these, well, when they're stacked neatly. Stacks of 3 bales. Don't know what happened to that stack. Never mind. Just take a little bit longer to put them in, that's all. Yeah, these two will do nicely. And at nearly half past 8. Time for a bit of supper and bed, I think. Done. Right, we leave all that digesting overnight. Yeah, now it's dark. Very dark. Right, well, we'll close down for the night. Close all the doors. Mind you, I've left a couple of tractors out in the field. Ugh. It's okay, they'll be alright. I'll have to shift some wool in the morning as well. Which I'll do, well, I suppose as soon as I bring the can't see. Yeah, which I'll do as soon as I bring the telehandler back, I guess. Actually, you know what, I was going to put that back where it should be, but you know what, A, I've messed it up, and B, there's no point. So let's see if I can just... No, I can't. Oh no, I've got it stuck. So we'll spin it round. Just seems a bit pointless because actually, of course, first thing in the morning, it'll be the first thing I'll do, grab this tractor, put the trailer, take it straight back out to the field, so I may as well just park it under here nicely. Cool, that needs a wash. Right. Actually, as I have a tendency to do, and I wouldn't normally do this on the screen. What contracts have we got? Just transporting baling, okay. I am going to save. So what time is it? Coming up on 9 o'clock, right? So probably 10 hours. Be about just before 7 in the morning. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Ooh, 85 grand at the biogas plant. Woohoo. Uh-oh, rain forecast. Now, I've been saying all week on Facebook, I don't get any rain. And of course, just when I don't need it, it's going to rain. But hey. So yeah, 85,000 at biogas plant. So what are we doing now? 328 grand. Lovely. What field stakes have we got? Just make sure that's updated. As was. Right, no, not as was. Okay, that's what I expected. Good, better. So, yeah, fields 2 and 3 rather desperately need harvesting. 18 and 15 coming on nicely. Shouldn't have weeds at this point. No, we're okay. Nope, fine. Right, so milk price is still going up, wool prices stopped dropping, and egg price at Manor XL point has also paused. So actually selling eggs wouldn't be a bad plan. How are the sheep? Yeah, quite low, both counts. Okay, no contracting to do. Right, fine. Let's do a little leap across. Sorry, I know. And let's get the digester working again. Should be a little bit quicker this time. So at 12,000 a go, that's 4 loads. Which, handily enough, is exactly what we've got left. Come on. Wow, they don't want to come off. Seriously. This could just do this, couldn't we? Slightly unorthodox, but okay. There we go. Better. You know, I love this fork. It's brilliant. Done. Right, I'll leave that running. I'll have to make some more silage bales now. Actually, you know what? We can leave this fork here. I don't need it at the farm. Fliegl. What a lovely morning. Kind of want to get that corn harvest done, so I'm going to prioritise that, because that rain's due any time in the next roughly 6 hours, so don't want to hang about. I think I mentioned this before, I also need to sell the horses, actually. I don't plan on taking them with me, for the very excellent reason that, of course, and I'm spoiling a bit now, but for purposes of the story, if I take the horses, that means that they need to maintain their fitness level, and I can't do that. So I'll sell them here, and maybe a little while before I do horses anyway on the new map. We shall see. So we'll just take this back to the yard for now. We'll drop it off. Actually, you know what we could do? So as we're not wasting time, probably should have folded up the combine before the evening. We'll just get a worker started on this, just for a little bit, just while I go and get the trailer and the tractor. Just our sake, so we're not losing any time that way. And then maybe actually while the work is going, perhaps I'll start cleaning up the animals. So clean the feed areas, you know, clean out the manure for the cows and stuff. Doing all that. So I'll just get this to a squarer edge. I'll get this bit. There we go, we'll leave it to that. Still a bit to tidy up on that edge, but not much though. Let's go grab the telehandler. We'll go back to the farm. We'll start cleaning out the animals, at least until point at which you know, perhaps the combine's full, and then I'll come back with the tractor and trailer, and we'll carry on with the harvest. Don't particularly need the beacon on anymore. That's not ready to harvest already. Is that just gone through a... Oh wow. They've just gone through a growth stage. Right. Okay. I wasn't going to do this, but we're going to have to put it down to real time, otherwise I'm not going to get through all this. They're going to wither. We shouldn't do, but even the corn already is on its very last growth stage, harvestable stage. So we'll put it down to ×1. Should give us enough time. Definitely means the focus for now has got to be on the harvest, which is cool. That's fine. While I'm here, really walk under there like that, but there you go. Just put a little bit more manoeuvring room to get this as tight as I can. Not real neat, is it? Seems to be as good as I can get it. Well, that's good. I was worried I'd knocked the one on the other side off, but no, that's absolutely spot on. Okay. So how many have we got now? 1, 2, 3, so that's 7. Awesome. Leave that there. I'll leave the bucket. Is it in here somewhere? Or am I making that up? Oh. Yeah, where did I leave the bucket? Did I put it back in the barn with the sugar beet? Oh, is that it? No, that's the little one. Well, that'll do. Actually, no, because that's the one I use for the manure. Did I put it back in here? Yep. Okay, fine. What did I say about him having a full grain tank? Okay. keep that shut. While we're here, might as well go to the sheep first. We'll need to keep an eye on the feed for the animals. I'm kind of hoping I won't need to feed them anything before we move now, because they've got still a few days left, so they should be alright. In terms of work that I want to get done on this farm now, it's probably another day or so. You know, getting all the crops in, finishing the silage bales, getting them sold at the biogas plant, waiting then for the biogas plant to digest the bales that I put in, so we actually get the money. Quite an important consideration. That's quite right. Let's try that. And potentially, sorry, sheep. Oh, that's that's fun. I've never seen that happen before. Just to pick up a sheep with the bucket. And yeah, maybe plough out field 19, possibly get it seeded, maybe get it. I might spread it with slurry just because I've got tons of digestate, loads of slurry. I might have a look, see if I can actually sell the digestate. Can I sell digestate at the biogas plant? I don't know. Not the digestate, sorry, the slurry that I've got. Produces digestate, bit of never-ending circle if you sold it there. But yes, I don't know. We'll check that out as well. Just going to do the feed areas for now. I'll come back later and do the clean out the manure. Yep, that did work. I wasn't sure if it came. That should be those animals cleaned up. I need to do the pigs and chickens at some point during the day, but less so. Yeah, it's not updated yet, but it should be alright. So again, I might just leave this bucket here. Right, let's go and get that combine going again. when I think about it. So the value of the farm that you start with on this map is 450,000. And really, in the whole time that I've been here, I've bought... I suppose I'd buy the biogas plant. But that's minimal. It's only like, yeah, it's 11,000. And I've bought field 2, which is 152, is that? And field 2, which is 113, and field 3, which is 152. So between those two, that's brains a bit dead, 265,000 plus 450 odds, so that's 600, so about 700,000 in land value. Actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Right, let's get some harvesting done. Yeah, because by the time you add to that the money that I've already got, 320 odd, plus what I'll get for the rest of the silage bales, plus what I'll get for all of these crops that I've got, you know, should be leaving here with a fairly tidy sum. Right, yeah, it's worth doing just to pick up the tricky areas. Of course, the slight snag of all those crops now being ready means that, yeah, pressure's on to try and get them done before the rain comes. Mind you, I've been, you know, like I said, complaining all week, watching people posting videos on Facebook of, you know, the rain, you know, different windscreen wipers, different tractors, that kind of stuff, and I'm like, I've never seen rain. I've never had any rain on any of my maps on Farming Simulator. I'm certain of it, which is slightly ludicrous, because I don't know how many hours I've done. I dread to think how many hours I've done already on 19, and I haven't yet seen any rain. So, yeah. I don't think I am. Pretty sure not. Ooh, plus the horses, of course. Actually, yeah, how much are the horses worth now? And we're probably not far off them being full value. 36 and 37. Yep, not bad at all. Probably get up maybe another day's exercise, so that'll be another jump again. 5% or so, whatever that is each time. Was my mistake. Wrong button. There we go, it's better. missed that bit, may as well come back and finish that off. There we go, right. Whoa, Egypt, wrong button again. So I might do one more unload and then I might actually yeah, I might leave a worker doing this, and we're going to get it all clearing out. Maybe we'll start wrapping some bales, fix up a little bit, then we'll it won't take long for a worker to finish this field, and then we'll get started on field 3 as well. I can't imagine I'll get much more than that done in this stream. I'm not even sure what time it is. But the house will be descended upon at some point and my peace and quiet will end. So I need to bear that in mind. But actually there's not really that much left of this field by the time, you know what, actually no, forget it. There's not really that much left of this field by the time I've done this. By the time I've filled up the combine, this field will be nearly done. Whoa, bit slow on spotting that, wasn't I? Tut tut. Pipe out. Don't really need the lights anymore. Lovely. So we're in a couple more passes. Yeah, I'll finish this field and we'll get a worker on field 3, and then yeah, we'll go and muck out the cows. Oh, that's the point. I was going to check. So yes, I can sell slurry and manure at the biogas plant. And oh, I can never remember all of these. That's grass and hay, but not straw, right? So if I've got any hay bales I want to sell, I need to look at how many bales I've got of each. Might sell, but I can sell straw at the barn. But yeah, so any manure and slurry that I don't need, I can sell at the biogas plant. So I might look at doing that. I need to think about selling the milk and the eggs because their prices have just gone up, and it makes sense to take advantage of that before the prices start going down again. So maybe we'll do that next, actually, rather than mucking out the cows. Sadly it's later than I thought. You know what? Let's get to work on this. Leave them to it. Got these put away, haven't I? Could do worse than take one of these back down to the farm actually. Oh, look at the trees now. Now that's proper growing, that is. Oh, I'm pleased that that's actually, by the time I leave, that's going to look, it won't be quite fully grown, but it'll be getting there. That's really pleasing. Really, really cool. So yeah, I could definitely sell, I don't need to take all these bales with me. I could definitely sell some of these. I want to take some with me. But yeah, I need to think about if there's any other equipment I want to upgrade or replace, or, you know, because there's no point in taking it with me if I'm thinking it's nearly time to move up, or just get something new just for a change, you know. Leave that there. Leave that gate open because the cows can't get through that bit, so that's okay. It's a bit dull in places at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we'll drive over to the chickens and the pigs. How's that worker doing? Oh, not too bad. So he's about to finish that. No, can't empty into my bucket. That'd be a bit weird. Quite surprised that actually came up as a trigger. That's quite funny. Oh yeah, that's a bad idea, isn't it? I'm going to quickly nip out before all that traffic comes. Ooh, not quick enough, not quick enough, not quick enough, not quick enough. Whoa, that was close. Crazy driver. Right, Helper J has completed their task. Well, that would be just about typical. You know what? While I'm here, I'm with a great big bucket. If I can. Yep, there we go. Not that easy with a great big bucket, actually. Trying to get it close, a bit rough, this surface, trying to have the bucket close enough to the ground without lifting up the telehandler so that I can still drive and steer is a bit of a challenge, it seems. Well, it's better than nothing. I'll be back again at the end of the day. Yeah, I do wonder about the pigs, whether I'm going to take them or not, whether I, you know, sell them and start again up north. Don't know. Will. Oh, that's quite a lot of eggs. That's not bad, is it? Look at that. Wowzers. Okay. Can't scoop up chickens in the same way you can scoop up sheep then. Okay. What a shame. That'd be quite funny. Right. So I'm just going to jump back to the combine. Get them unloading. Ever conscious of that rain coming, kind of want to keep him busy. Not that there's an easy place to start this field without doing a headland first, but I'm going to, and we'll just leave him to it, see how he gets on. Again, just because I want to keep him busy, but I also want to be getting other stuff done. Okay. Oh, that's quite funny. So I can't pick up the chicken, but he's able to jump onto the... That's hilarious. Oh, that's awesome. It felt like I got a lot of eggs, but actually I think this is about the same as I had the last time I did this. I can't remember, to be honest. When they spilled all over the place. Lovely. Oops. But that'll do. I know this one will be only be partially full, but may as well take it anyway. There'll be a few more to sell before we leave. Right, So where was that price? That was at the Manoreg sell point, right? Yep. And it's a pretty high price. Right, take this steady. Oh, and that would include not hitting things. What did I just hit? Depends. Did I lose one? No. It's funny. I thought it looked like I dropped one. No, alright. Okay. I haven't sold at this sell point before, so this will be interesting. A bit different. I think it's down here, if I remember rightly. Pardon me. Yep, there we go. Oh wow, that's sensitive. So it's 3,000 for those last few, 827 for each of the other boxes. So that was, yeah, I actually don't know, I went too quick. That goes probably about 5 or 6,000. But I don't know. Does it say? Do we get on the statistics? Finances. Does it said? Does that just constitute as sold? Hang on. Wood, bales, wool, milk. Harvest income, 6,617. There you go, that's for today. Nice. So, looking at the biogas plant, we made... I'm not sure what that 33,000 is, but it must be from these silage bales. Actually, I'm not sure. So I'm looking at, you know, last time around we earned about 320,000. That's not right. We made 86 grand last night, but I've got less than half to go. That's a bit strange. Oh well, anyway. Fine. Right, so I'd say we sell the milk. Sadly I'm going to have to finish soon, which is a bit of a shame. Because I'm rather enjoying this. But I'll probably do some of the bale wrapping off screen, but I'll try and do another stream over the weekend. Get us to a point where it's nearly moving time. But it certainly is a good conveyance for selling eggs, this bucket. It's very helpful. Leave that there. Oh, lights off. Helper D has a nearly full grain tank. Okay. Oh, he's cut a good path in there. What I was going to do... Actually, no, it's fine. We'll take this one. It's in the way anyway. Right, milk tank. Must have left it round the corner, I guess. Did I sell the milk tank? Did I? Have I sold the milk tank? Oh, so that means I need to go buy one. Yeah, I sold the milk tank. Okay. But also need to take into account the value of all the buildings and everything as well. It's not just the land, is it? Yeah, so actually I should be able to walk away from here with quite a bit of money, actually. Bonus. Okay. There goes the jet. Hopefully it won't puncture the hot air balloon. Helper D has a full grain tank. Now I've heard a rumour that what I'm about to do won't work, but I'm going to try it. I hadn't realised I'd already sold the milk tank, that was ages ago. Where is... yeah, that. That's what we wanted. So if you're doing this with a massive really, the New Holland's not quite heavy enough to pull this. I mean, it does alright, but it's, you know, it feels heavier. And so by the time it's got something on it with something in it, you know, it can be struggling, but it's fine. So again, in the interest of keeping the combine busy, we'll just very quickly swap tractors over. And go empty get the combine empty. Probably means this trailer might be full, need emptying, but again I'll do that off screen. Probably a bit of tidying up to do on here as well. Actually no, it won't be full after this one. Not quite. That's okay. Right. Should be this way unless I've completely disorientated myself. Oh wow, I did, look at that. I walked completely the wrong way through the field. Awesome. That's quite funny. To the store. And what we want should be in here. But as I say, I've heard a rumour Oh, isn't that weird? I couldn't get it back on Chrome. I had to come out and go back in again. Oh well, fingers crossed. Didn't do that very well, did I? I like that screenshot. Right. So yeah, I've heard it doesn't unload properly and you can't sell from it, but we'll give it a go. It's a bit of a risk on screen. Turns out to be wrong. Turns out to be wrong, I'll lose my milk, actually, which is a bit of a concern, I suppose. But we'll try it out. In fact, what we'll do then, very quickly, save the game. Let's know. Where are we going? Dairy, okay. I can't remember if that was the only milk sell point, but it is apparently, so that's fine. Because what I forgot was my golden rule, which is that actually overnight I normally turn plant growth off, just because plants don't grow when it's dark, and I forgot. So I should have done that, then those plants wouldn't have been, those crops wouldn't have been ready yet. But never mind. Stuck. You know, for variety we'll go this way. Probably slightly quicker actually. Sort of a convoluted route going through the, although in your mind it sort of says it's shorter. It's quite a convoluted route going across the tracks on the fields and such, through the store, go this way. It's probably slightly quicker because we get on the main road, and as long as there is no traffic in the way, it should be alright. Yeah. Right, Combine's got a nearly full grain tank again, but that's okay, we should just have time to do this. So, the moment of truth. To make sure I've still got it selected, I do. It's come up with a sell, and it's selling. So it works. Awesome. Some idea of going hook lift entirely. Whew. Another 20,000 in the pot. Very nice. Very, very nice. 26 grand and a field and a bit harvested. I'd say that's a pretty decent couple of hours morning's work. So, I'll head back to the farm, get the combine empty, we'll carry on harvesting. Field 3, there you go, he's got a full grain tank. So, I'm going to stop now, because my house is about to be invaded. And, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, likes and subscriptions very much appreciated, as I always say. Look out for probably one more stream on Marwell, maybe. Hopefully over the weekend. Just depends when I get time, to be honest. And then yeah, it'll soon be moving time. So yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well with negotiations. And I'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.